All right, so now the flip side, instead of graphing a linear inequality like the inequality was given to us, let's say like this one, and we had to graph it. Alternatively now, it's going to give us the graph, and we have to come up with the linear inequality that is shown. This I like to think of as kind of like a puzzle, right? We need all the pieces. Right? We know that it's going to be y and then an inequality symbol, and then something x plus or minus the y-intercept. So looking at this on your paper, let me zoom in a little bit too for the friends at home. It's kind of big, but that's fine. So, does anybody want to tell us one of the pieces of the puzzle that we might see here? And yes, again, we already know the y is going to come first. Give me just one piece. I don't need the whole thing. Go ahead.
Y is greater than or equal to.
Okay, you're saying greater than or equal to. What caused you to say that?
Because it's on the right side, it means it's up because it's positive.
Good, okay, yeah. It's
Because
up, right?
Yeah.
So because it's up, it's greater than.
And it's a solid line.
And it's a solid line, very good. So because it's a solid line, we have or equal to. Awesome. What else?
We also know the y-intercept
What?
is 4.
Is 4, right? So we're going to put plus 4 here, because there it is. There's our y-intercept. You can mark that in red. Cool. What else?
Correct me if I'm wrong, I think, I think it's, the slope is -2 because I see the x-intercept, touching, is 2.
Mm-mm.
No, that's second line.
Oh.
So right here, we have 1, 2, 3.
It's negative. Yeah.
So here we have down 3 and to the right 1. So what would the slope be?
It's
-3. Very good. So we have -3. Okay. All right, we did it. We're done. Now the order you pick those pieces out may vary, right? You might start with the y-intercept and the slope, and then afterwards get the symbol. That would be fine. I'm going to highly recommend this. Ready? I'm going to highly recommend the way that it was done here, where we said, oh, hey, it's shaded above our line, so therefore it's greater than, and then, because it's a solid line, it's or equal to. I don't love the test here, where you plug in a point, because this is going to be really funky. Let me show you how funky this is, and why I recommend doing it the way it was done. So let's just say we had this for a moment. We don't know our symbol yet, right? We're going to pretend this isn't here. So to fill in our symbol, we would put 0, 0. Right, let's try this point out. 0 times -3 times 0 plus 4. So that's 0 and then 4. And we want this to be in the zone that is false. Right? 0, 0 is not shaded, do we agree? So we want it that when we plug in 0, 0, that it would be false. Which means we would want this to happen. That would be, well, or equal to. That would be the symbol we'd want. See how weird that is? Like, we want to make this statement false because the point we're plugging in is false. So don't do that. If you really wanted to plug in a point, like you don't want to do the whole greater than is up thing, then make sure when you plug in a point, do it from the section that is solutions. Right? Choose a point within the shaded region. Does that make sense? Is that fair? Alternatively, though, again, honestly, it's a little quicker. Just say, oh, hey, I'm shading above my line, that's greater than, right? And make that your symbol. Deal? So either do that or choose a section in the shaded region. Let's do one more, and then, well, I'll end the video and have you guys do the last one. So who wants to tell me a piece? We know the why. Give me a piece. Give me a piece. Give me one piece.
The y is greater than?
Greater than, because why?
It's above the line and dash.
It's above the line and dash. Nicely done. Another piece.
The slope is 3 over 2.
Say it again.
The slope is 3 over 2.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So 3 halves x. And lastly, what is the y-intercept?
Would it be 6?
I would agree.
What?
That's what I counted. Is that wrong? Oh.
Wait,
Oh, it's
4.5.
interesting. Yeah, sorry, I don't know why I counted it there.
It is 4.
It's not there, is it?
Right.
So,
Is it
We don't know if it's 4.5.
We have to be 4
Yeah, we have to plug this in, so it's definitely not 6. Let's get rid of 6.
Sorry.
So we don't know. So let's go ahead and do this. Ready? Watch this. We're going to go ahead, we know our symbol already. I'm going to write y is equal to 3/2 x plus b. Okay, we don't know what our y-intercept is. And we can write an equal sign just for a moment to help us find the b value. We're just worrying about the boundary line. Our inequality, we already know what it is. So, how can we figure this out? How can we figure this out? What do we have to plug in here to solve it? Good.
I would just plug in a point on the.
Plug in a point on the line. Like this one?
Yeah.
What is that point?
-3, 0.
-3, 0. So we're going to plug in the point -3, 0. Let's try it out. 0 equals 3/2 times -3 plus b. What's 3/2 times -3? So 0 equals -9/2 plus b, which makes b what? 9/2, which comes out to basically 4.5, right? Which is what we had guessed. Well, we have to make sure. So plus either 4.5 or 9/2, however you want to write it. I'm going to write 4.5. And that would be this point right here. So the thing is, if we don't see the point exactly, like yeah, it looks like it crosses halfway, but we don't know for sure. You have to go ahead and figure that out by taking a point, just like we normally would, right? If we were finding the line of this boundary line, the way we do that is by finding that y-intercept. All right. Everything else is that puzzle piece that we had done in the past. Any more questions about this one? All right, I'm going to pause or stop the video here. This is our results. So you can go back and watch these at any time, just like they are for other people that aren't here.